Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Unfortunately, every day we have people who leave the deen, people who are Muslim, who stop becoming Muslim. Some of them leave the deen, and by the way, this is from all ages, from young to old. Some of them leave the deen because they have the crisis of spirituality that I spoke about earlier today, not ever having questions answered, never having things actually explained to them in a way that makes sense, having only been exposed to the deen from a dogmatic, this is the way it is, just believe it, don't ask questions sort of mentality. Sometimes they fall into the trap of shaitan, into believing that religion is for people who don't think, and that science has all the answers. Sometimes they leave the deen simply by fading out, never actually announcing that they're leaving the deen. If you ask them, they say, yeah, I'm Muslim. But they exhibit none of the actions or the behaviors of the Muslim. They don't pray, they don't fast, they don't give zakat. And their behaviors, they just basically do whatever they want to do with no regard whatsoever to what Allah and His Messenger have asked us to do or not do. And even in that case, when they say, oh, no, I'm Muslim, but none of the behavior is there, as Imam Siraj mentioned in the khutbah today, that when those in paradise are asking those in the hellfire, what put you there in the hellfire? The response is, we weren't from amongst those who prayed. So this idea that just having said the shahada once in your life will keep you out of the hellfire at all is not true. We have to exhibit and evidence our faith with actions that back it up. Talk alone is not enough. And ultimately, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides whom He wills. So by no means take what I'm about to say other than that. But we have to do our part. We're told, trust in Allah, but tie your camel securely. And just because a family is religious doesn't safeguard their children from losing the deen either. At the end of the day, we all have to have positive, personal Muslim connections in our life. At the end of the day, what keeps us solid, what keeps us grounded, what keeps us bound is having the good company. And this is why the Prophet ﷺ said, choose your close friends carefully, because each of you is on the deen, and use the word deen, of your close friends. Each of you is on the way of life of your close friends. And when all of our friends are non-Muslim, non-religious, people who aren't really concerned about Allah and His Messenger or what God wants, then how do we expect that we will be a people concerned with what God wants? And every one of us has to take some onus of responsibility. Each of us has to realize that there's something that we could have done, each of us individually, that might have helped somebody stay in the deen or be called to the deen. One of the dua the Prophet ﷺ even made was that he not be a source of hardship or tribulation on the people. He didn't ever want to be an excuse for somebody not to accept the deen. And we know that there are some people who say, alhamdulillah, they came to Islam before they met some Muslims. Because sometimes we see the behavior of some people who call themselves Muslim, and we're ashamed because that is not how our deen represents itself. I believe that every masjid in this country should have a mentoring program, because we need to be establishing positive relationships with our youth. It's up to our young adults and our seniors to be our mentors, and we want to engage one-on-one, one-on-two with our youth, so we continue to develop these positive personal relationships. And I think that we need to demand that of our masajid, and we need to be the first to step up, not only with our donations to support these programs, but with ourselves and our time to say, I can cut 2 hours a week. I can help participate to change a life, and maybe I can be a source of somebody's guidance. Maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will use me to help keep somebody in the deen, to help ground them, to help give them that source of support that the Prophet ﷺ encouraged us to have and commanded us to have when he said, be you, O Muslims, brothers. Because that brotherhood extends beyond lip service. And it has to come from the heart, my dear brothers and sisters. We have to genuinely care, and just like our faith has to be more than just a word that we say, it has to be actions that back it up. Likewise, our caring has to also be active. I can't just say, yes, I love you all and I care for you all, and then I walk by and I don't have anything else to say to you. We have to back it up with action. We have to flood the Imam's office with requests to volunteer, saying, sign me up, here's my number, here's my email, here's the best way to contact me, here's the best time to contact me, here's how many hours a week I can donate, or I can give of my time. And in doing so, inshallah, maybe as we reach out to benefit others, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will manifest the same in our life and protect those amongst our friends and family that we love. So it's important that we understand that it's a reality. We do lose people from this deen. Although any thinking person who honestly looks at this deen and studies it cannot come to any other conclusion than this is correct. And this is the most authentic, accurate way of living, and that will provide us with the best of this life and happiness. But we need to do our part. And we need to step up and be a people of action. So please, as you continue this month, make dua for all of our brothers and sisters that we lose, that Allah brings them back to the deen. Because at the end of the day, it's the dua which is truly a powerful thing. And Allah knows best when and how He answers our dua, but He does answer the dua. So make dua for your brothers and sisters. And step 2, take some action. Flood the Imam's office with your willingness to come and to volunteer and to help our youth and help our community, so that our faith and our words become actions. And by it, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us and grant us all the very highest level of paradise, Jannah al-Firdaus. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.